You will be confident after watching this video. Not everyone will learn what it means to become and to be confident, but if you clicked on this video, that means you want to be one of those people that actually takes initiative in becoming a more confident person. And because of that, you are ahead of like 99% of people. So if you're tired of walking around life with just so much insecurity, self-consciousness, worry, then you clicked on the right video. Hi guys, it's Xandra and welcome back to my channel. I know I say this all the time, but this week's video is a special one. I've been getting so many comments on TikTok and on YouTube from you guys asking for like confidence tips or like how to navigate like social situations and relationships and getting to know new people, like how the whole confidence area works. And I took a look at some videos of other creators and I want to see what they said. And now that I've heard what other creators have said, I have my own list because there's some things that they left out or they didn't really specify as much that I want to get into. Like I said on my last video, there's so much fluff on the internet now. Like, so we think we're learning so much, but really a lot of people are just feeding us fluff. And I want to remove the fluff. Take away the fluff and just give you some real and raw tips that I have applied and that I know will make you a more confident individual if you do this. You will be confident after watching this video. I have a whole list right here, so without further ado, let's get started. My number one tip is stop hiding. And I mean in every sense of the word. Whatever you're using as like a comfort blanket right now, relinquish your right to it. And I'm not saying you have to do some extreme thing like move across the country in 3 days. You could if you really want to. But I'm saying if there's something that you're holding on to as a security blanket, when I say stop hiding, I'm also saying stop playing it so safe. It's fine to play safe in certain areas of life. Like if you're working on your finances and you don't want to overspend, it's totally fine to play safe in that area. Like I'm not saying go crazy. But when I mean stop hiding, it's like realize that you can and should take up space, meaning voice your opinions, voice who you are, express who you are verbally, visually, in every way. When you are just the person in the corner that doesn't speak to anyone, you will go your whole life being unseen because you are simply just hiding. So little ways that we can stop hiding is try out a new look. Take yourself shopping a little bit and maybe play around with a few new outfits that you feel like express you in ways that you haven't been able to express yourself in the past. Whether that be from like you caring what other people thought so you didn't buy that one shirt one time, or whether that could be like you don't really wear makeup because you don't want to seem like you're trying too hard, like put on the makeup, like do your hair, try out a new look, like don't hide. Express yourself in a way that you see fit and in a way that you have never been able to express yourself before. This could also mean doing a new hobby. This tip of stop hiding means putting yourself out there a little more, but little by little. I'm not saying for you guys to go full ham because I know that's a really tough transition to go from like hiding to out there. I know that's a very crazy transition. So little by little, try out these new things. So trying a new hobby is a great way to do that. Like join like if you like sports, join a volleyball league in your town and just get to know a few people through a sport. Or if you're at the mall and you see a girl and you really like her hair, compliment her. Because one, not only are you going to compliment someone and make them feel good, but you are also practicing putting yourself out there in not really like intimidating ways. Because let's be real, if you compliment someone, they're not going to tell you to F off. Like that's just not how it goes. Usually people will be actually really happy that you complimented them and say thank you. And who knows, you might even make a new friend from it. Like this theory of not hiding, of stop hiding, is putting yourself out there in a way that's like you weren't able to do that before. That's why I say try out a new look, compliment someone, start a new hobby. You're just slowly putting yourself out there in not a very overwhelming way. Like you don't have to do anything insane, but you're able to just like slowly make yourself known and just take up space. The theory of hiding is you have a fear of being seen. That is what someone who hides behind something or someone who is constantly in their own shell has, a fear of being seen. Once you conquer that fear of being seen, you will be able to walk around life so much more freely and without worry and without insecurity. And I understand that not everyone wants the attention on them. Totally fine, but you could still be a confident individual and not be on the spotlight 24/7. Just because someone is confident does not mean they're someone that likes attention. I want to break down that barrier because I feel like a lot of people think that like confident individuals are usually very extroverted, and that's not the case. Introverted people can be very, very confident. Confidence is not about your social personality per se, it's more so how you're carrying yourself. Your fear of being seen is holding you back because you're scared of being seen in every way, because you're scared of showing who you truly are and expressing yourself as you are. That's what I mean by you're afraid of being seen. Second thing on my list is take a look at your habits. Now, I'm gonna be real and honest with you guys right now. If you take a look at your daily routine, just take a look at the habits that you have in every aspect of your life. Is that something worth being confident about? Think about it. I want you guys to marinate in that. What you do every day, is that something to be confident about? And I'm not talking about your job title. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about your personal habits. Let's just start there for now. Are you going to bed at 5 in the morning every day and waking up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Are you not eating anything in the morning and then starving by lunchtime, and then you're just like hangry and mad because you haven't eaten all day? And on top of that, are you eating poorly? Are you just eating a bunch of fried foods all day, processed foods all day? Are you not moving your body at least for 30 minutes a day? And I'm not trying to say this to sound like I'm some health guru, but guys, the importance of just like moving your body every day and eating foods that weren't processed in a factory for 6 to 8 months matters. Like, it matters more than you think it does. And if your everyday habits are not a reflection of a healthy lifestyle, you will struggle to be confident and to feel good about yourself every day, because that is a portion of what is holding you back. If you notice, when you're feeling a little bit more depressed than usual or sad, you tend to not leave your house. You don't leave your bed. And there's a reason for that, guys. If you don't leave your bed all day, or if you're not moving your body, if you're eating horrible, what's there to be happy about? What's there to be confident about? Take a look at your daily habits and really marinate in that and be like, am I doing everything I can to like wake up and be my best self, or am I just kind of lounging around and just letting life kind of flow and not really taking action? Number 3 is the people around you. Oh my gosh, guys, this matters more than you think. Are the people around you encouraging, or are they putting you down constantly? And this could mean anyone in your life, your family, your friends, your relatives, your work colleagues. Are you surrounded by people that constantly have something negative to say about what you're doing, or constantly just have something to pick at with you? If so, that can be a huge reason why you're not confident and haven't reached that level, because how can you be when you're constantly being told how not good enough you are? Trust and believe, I've been there, guys. And there's a few ways you can go about it. There's a few ways you can go about this, because I know there's some people in our life that we just can't really avoid, but they still put us down. So you're probably like, Exandra, how do I deal with this? Because I'm surrounded by this one person all day, and like, they're always just putting me down and I don't know how to deal with them. Hi guys, this is me editing. My footage cut out there, so I couldn't finish my point. But what I meant to say, when you have that one person that you can't avoid, that's just like constantly putting you down, and like, you want to ignore them, but it's hard because they're always just in your face. I feel like the solution to that, and as sad as it may sound, is you have to learn to emotionally detach from them and trust and believe you could still love someone and not like them. Like, this person may be your mom or your sibling, and you could still love them and just not like them as a person, and that's completely okay if they're constantly putting you in a state of like not feeling like you're good enough. Because trust and believe that there's a difference between constructive criticism and them trying to help you versus them putting you down. There's a huge difference. So really the solution here is to emotionally detach from them, and when you do that, their words naturally are going to have a little less weight. So you technically would be ignoring what they're saying at the same time. So the next time they're like, oh my gosh, you're really gonna do that like that, you can just be like, yep, and walk away. One, they'll be so confused because they're like, whoa, she just like did not listen to anything I just said. Usually she has a reaction, she gets mad. The more you give like emotionally detached answers to them is the minute they'll actually probably stop putting you down, because they're gonna see that you genuinely don't care anymore. But yeah, guys, just wanted to say that because I had to switch locations. Had to fix that. The lighting was starting to look bad in the other location, but we improvise. All right, guys, new location for a new set of tips. So number 4 and number 5 kind of go hand in hand, but I'm gonna say the phrase that really sticks out to me, and it's to become so good at something that it almost forces respect onto you, and in return will give you so much confidence. And the combined tip was like, do hard things, so do difficult things. When you become so good at something, if you master a craft, you become so great at it, or you do something so well and you were just so disciplined, and it is evident that you were just a very disciplined, committed person, it almost forces people to put respect on you, even if they don't like you or they think anything else of you. Because I could sit here and say, oh my God, don't care what people think. It's okay, like, what they say doesn't matter. But like, everyone wants to be loved, everyone wants to be cared for, everyone wants to be respected. So This is one of the sure ways to get it. And in my world, you shouldn't have to earn respect from people, but unfortunately in this world we do. So a way you can do that is just become so good at something, and that could be anything. That could be you are really good at a sport and you're gonna go play at a D1 school in college. And you just become that person that is just an amazing athlete. Or you could become a really, really great musician and learn how to play 3 instruments, put out your own music, make videos, make music videos, do a bunch of music related things, and you just become a master at that. It could quite literally be anything. Master a craft or become so good at something that it forces people to respect you, even if they don't like you or even if they have something bad to say about you. Because in the end, if you see that outcome of all the hard work you did and all the hard things you were able to accomplish, that will ultimately give you confidence, because it will prove to you and your subconscious mind that, hey, I could do difficult things. I can do things that are worth respect. Therefore, I should respect myself, and I am confident because look at the outcomes. Look at what I've been able to accomplish. So no one ever talks about that enough, I feel. If you become a person that does difficult things and can master something and become one of the best at it, that will give you so much confidence. And I know I'm being a little extreme. You don't have to be a D1 athlete. I'm not trying to say that. That was an example. But you could be someone who is just very smart in school and you get straight A's on the dean's list for every semester. That's something worthy of respect. That is something worthy of you being confident about. If you do things and you put actual physical work into something and you get those outcomes, those amazing outcomes, how are you not going to be confident? How could you not be proud of the work that you put in? You know what I mean? Next one is, I kind of already spoke about it a little bit, but not really. I said change up your look, but this next one is polish your look. If you feel like you've just been a little raggedy, if you've been not really taking care of yourself, not really been putting too much effort in your appearance, and you're just like, ugh, I'm not confident. Babe, that is why. Because you know that you're hot. You know you're hot, but you're not presenting yourself as that, so that's why you're not feeling hot. All my girls can relate to this. When they're getting ready to go out with their friends and they see the aftermath of what they look like once they got ready, they feel like the hottest person in the world. And I wonder why, babe. I wonder why. Because you just spent a good amount of time into yourself, you took your time, you had your self-care, and you were able to pull yourself together in a way that makes you feel good. And you felt hot and you feel confident to go out with your friends. That is what I want you guys to do more often than not. I know there are days we don't feel like getting all ready and we don't feel like polishing up ourselves. Totally fine, but if you're having a crisis of not having enough confidence, you need to pull yourself together and start polishing your look, because I promise when you start getting ready more and treating every day, or most days, as an event rather than just, it's just another day, that's when you'll be more confident with your physical self. The problem is we only get ready and we only, do ourselves up when we have somewhere to go or some event to do. Do it when you're literally going to the grocery store. I know that sounds so dumb and it probably feels like a waste, but I promise it's not, because it's in those little moments that you will build your confidence. If you think you're only going to build your confidence in the big moments, in the big events where you can actually get ready and look good, no. Because majority of life is the little things. So if you're not getting ready for the little things here and there, you are bound to just not grow in your confidence. So I really want to make that a point, because I know a lot of girls get this like, oh my god, why are you doing your makeup? You're literally just going to pick up food. And? Your point? What is your point? Or, oh my gosh, you're just going to the movies. Why are you dressed up so nice? I just wear sweatpants and I don't wear any makeup. Great for you, but this makes me feel confident and I don't need a special event to be able to get ready and celebrate myself. So it's just fun with that. Next one is kind of interesting. I've said this before on my TikTok, but eye contact. You guys need to look at people in the eyes when they're speaking to you. I too often see people speaking or someone speaking to them and they're like this, or they're looking to the side, or they're like, yeah, you're so right. You need to look at people when they talk to you, because one, not only does it convey that you're actually paying attention to what they're saying, but it conveys that you are confident and you're not afraid to be seen. When someone doesn't look at someone in the eyes, or when someone doesn't look at me in the eyes, when I'm speaking to them, I'm like, what are they hiding? Or what is it they don't want me to see in them? Because if they're looking away when I'm speaking, there's something that they don't want me to see, because they're being very secretive, they're kind of hiding their face. When you look at someone in the eyes, you are conveying, yes, I'm listening to you, I'm here, I'm confident, and I'm not afraid for you to see me. I'm not afraid for us to have a genuine conversation where you're looking at me. Even if it could be a little uncomfortable, I'm not afraid of that. Confidence. Hello. This also ties with the last one, which is body language. If you are constantly sulking and just kind of looking at people like this, or you're walking to a room and you're like this, or you're on your phone. If you are on your phone when you walk into a room, you cannot tell me that you're gonna, oh my God, I'm not confident. Why are you looking at a screen? You're looking at a screen when you walk into a room. No, walk into a room with you, with just you. Walking in with your back straight, your chin up. I'm not saying you have to be like, but like walk up just straight, just be present in the moment and show that, hey, I'm here and let's get to business. Like, it just shows that you're present and you're not afraid and you don't feel like you have to hide behind anything. That goes back to my stop hiding tip, because you're not hiding behind anything. You're standing up straight, you're walking into a room and you're showing everyone that you are there and you are present. And also, when someone's talking to you or when you walk into a room, don't cross your arms. That's a big thing I learned as well. I had to unlearn that because I used to cross my arms so much when people would talk to me. I'd be like talking to them and I'd be with my arms crossed. So that's so bad. Crossing your arms just signifies like, I'm kind of just like holding back from this conversation. I'm not completely here, but I'm listening to you, but I'm just like, I'm also in my own world. I'm crossing my arms. I don't know how to explain it. It just conveys that you're not really involved or you don't care that much. And that's not a great feeling. So uncross your arms. You know, do other things with your hands, but don't cross them. Don't put them back. Don't do any of that. Have your hands present and visible. Now, this next tip is about navigating like new friendships and social situations. I got a comment asking for this specific tip, and I saw an example from another YouTuber. I think her name is Tam, I don't know. But she was talking about how when she got into university and she started dorming, she didn't have any friends. So she went to all levels of her like dorm house or whatever, and she asked all the girls if they wanted to come to her room at 7 p.m. before this party that was happening, and asked if they all just wanted to come hang out for a little bit before the party. And she said that her dorm room was almost full. She was like, I was shocked that people actually were cool with hanging out with me. I didn't know that. She approached a bunch of girls in her dorm house and asked them if they wanted to come hang out with her, and they came. Some of them probably didn't, but most of them did, and she was shocked that all she had to do was ask. And you would be surprised, guys. I think a lot of people think that everyone will just reject them or they'll just be told no. But most of the time, when it comes to making friends, most people won't really just be like, no, go F yourself. Like, most people be like, yeah, sure. I mean, let's get to know each other. Like, why not? That's how I made my friends in college. The only reason why, guys, I had friends in college was because I approached people and I was like surrounding myself in vicinities where I knew people would be and I would have the ability to make friends. So an example for me is in college, I didn't have any friends going to college, and I would go to the same Starbucks every day and sit there. And I would do my work and I would look around, kind of see who was around. I found like a group that I thought was cool, and I found one of my best friends this way. We had the same classes as well, and it just worked out perfectly. We both introduced ourselves and now we're like the bestest of friends, and I love her with everything. So, and that all just came from me approaching someone. Like, I didn't know her. There was no like hidden thing that allowed me to get to know her. No, I literally just approached her, she approached me, and we became friends. A lot of people feel like they have to do so much work to do it, but you'd be surprised if you just ask people like, hey, I'm like new around campus, like, do you mind getting Starbucks with me like one of these days after one of your classes? You seem like a really cool person. Most of the time, people will not be mean about that. They'll be like, oh my gosh, she came up to me and asked, she's so cool, like, yes, I want to hang out with her. Because they will also assume that you are a confident person because you did that. Because confident people do that. They are not afraid to approach people and they're not afraid to put themselves out there. So if you do that, they're automatically going to have the first impression that you're a confident person. And that's a great way to start a friendship, for someone to believe that you are confident and that you are sure of yourself, because that attracts people to you. Trust and believe that attracts people to you. People like to be around confident people. So that's just like a little trick on how to navigate new friendships or social situations in schools. You'd be surprised how easy it can be if you really just ask someone, hey, do you want to grab lunch with me? You seem really cool. Like, I saw you in my finance class and I really thought it was funny that one comment you made to so-and-so, and I would really love to hang out with you. They will most likely say yes. And if they don't, they don't. But most of the time, I feel like people really don't do that. Like, they won't just openly reject you, be like, no, get out of my face. And if they do, you laugh in their face and you walk away. Even better. This last tip is really, this just ties every tip in together. And I know some of you might hate it, some of you might love it, some of you might be confused. but it's the real and raw. One of my favorite tips about confidence. Believe that you are, and you are. If you believe that you are confident, you are. And this is also our most famous phrase, fake it till you make it. If you walk around believing that you are confident or faking that you're confident, just walking around with your back straight and your head up and you're just greeting people with a smile and you're showing that there is a lightness to you and there's like a confident stride in the way you carry yourself, if you just fake that and you believe that you are confident, you will become it. Because what we believe is what we become. What we internalize is what we put out there. You guys need to realize this. And I know it might sound like, what do you mean if I believe I am, I am? Yes, if like delusion. Being delusional is a real thing. And I'm not saying be delusional in a reckless or dangerous way. I'm not saying, you know, like do dangerous things and oh, delusion will save me. No. But when it comes to confidence and when it comes to carrying yourself, being delusional has a humongous perk, because if you constantly believe that you are a certain person and that you are confident, that you are capable, and you are all of these things, you will start to believe that you are, and when you believe it, you become it. The same way, if you believe you're ugly, externally you will start to look ugly, because if you constantly internalize that, how are you going to become beautiful? How are you going to become attractive if you constantly just think you're unattractive? Believe that you are and you will be. And I really want you guys to take that into account above most of these tips. That is what really matters, because some of the most confident people that I've met in my life are not the prettiest. And I'm not saying they're ugly, but they're not conventionally the most attractive individuals ever. And some of the most beautiful people I've met in my life are some of the most insecure ones that I have ever known. And I think Wizard Liz also said this in her video. She made a confidence video too, and she said like some of the most beautiful girls that she's friends with are the most insecure. And that is so true, because it has nothing to do with your looks and all to do with how you carry yourself. So I really just wanted to leave you guys with that specific tip, because that's what's the most important in my opinion. Take everything that I said and, you know, try to apply it as best as you can. I have no doubt that you guys will become the most confident individuals ever once you apply these things, and once you make 2024 your year to finally carry yourself with less insecurity, less self-consciousness. I believe in you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope this was helpful. As always, guys, comment what you want to see, because I love reading your comments and I love seeing what you guys want me to talk about next. So don't be shy. I literally look at the comments. I respond to my comments. So comment below what you guys want to see next. I definitely need to add some things to my filming list, so don't worry, I'm looking. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on my socials. Don't forget, new video every week on Sundays. Thank you guys, love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.